And now we're rolling again, with paw prints all over the place, as one muddy bandicoot. If you have a second player, their paw prints will be of a different colour, and you can play with each other with your paws. So, yeah, it's an interesting little side distraction for a loading screen. I always prefer those interactive loading screens because they provide something additional to do. Crash of the Titans had exactly the same loading screen, and Crash Tag Team Racing had a very immature kind of burping and farting type one. Don't think there was... that was silly. I don't think there was any interactive loading screens before that. Twinsanity didn't really have any. It kind of loaded entirely as you played. In time it really loaded as if you died and didn't hit a checkpoint for a very, very long time, because it has to load like a whole area earlier on, or if you load a saved game or something. Yeah, that was quick. I'm hoping for the next game to be something like Twinsanity, but better, if possible. A lot of... well, the official PlayStation magazine actually really dislikes Twinsanity. It thinks it's terrible. It thinks it's the worst game in the series. I think it's actually the best, the most fun one after the original trilogy. But that's just me. And stuff. No, I think Twinsanity is really good because it pays a lot of homage to the series and a lot of really... it pays a lot of attention to detail. The Crash house looks exactly like the Crash Warped house, for instance. The location seems right as well. It seems pretty accurate. Cortex is given quite a lot of motion in that game. He's showing quite a lot he never did before that. And he's made quite comical, actually. And you must get a chance to play him. I could just go on for ages. I really like Twinsanity. It's my favourite Crash game. Followed by Crash 2. I think Crash 2 more comes down to nostalgia reasons and memories, though. But Twinsanity is definitely my favourite. And where does Mind Over Mutant come in all of this? It is... it's probably my third favourite, actually. No. Well, if it comes down to platformers, yeah, my third. But I think CTR would beat it right now, anyway, as my third favourite. So this would be my fourth. What about Crash of the Titans? No, that's not in my favourites. When it first came out, it was like my favourite. It was for sure my favourite. But I've come to realise over the year it's many, many flaws. And there's little reason to go back and play it. I still do. It's just there's not much incentive to, really. This game I've played through quite a lot. I've played through it several times now. I think this run through is probably my fifth entire run through of the game. So with Crash of the Titans, I probably went through it about that many times, actually, entirely. That is about no, probably less, probably about 4. So yeah, that was silly. But yeah, I'd much rather play this. This game is much more fun to play than Crash of the Titans and stuff. What do you guys want for the next Crash game, anyway? And I don't bloody say, oh, I want it to be like Naughty Dog Games again, because I've heard it about a million times before. What specifically do you want? What do you want in particular? Rhinoroller is kind of like a squidgy marshmallow thing. I could do with a marshmallow thing right now. Right, we're heading to the Evil Public School 101 now. Why is it got 101 in its title? Well, because it is an evil public school and it is 101st. in line with them. For whatever reason. Now, look at the wonderful 2D background. It actually looks pretty alright. You may be wondering, I never remember an evil public school on Wampa Island, which is the second island, by the way. Well, HP being the admin of Crash Mania, has recently risen up the point that Radical may have just said that it's Wampa Island just to please fans after lots of people were asking about it. Which is possible. I mean, I don't like that reason myself. I don't think it's great. But, you know, it's what HP thinks, and there might be some degree of truth there. We will never know. So, yeah, the whole fact that Crash is moved to Wampa Island could just be a ruse, because Radical just got sick of people asking them. It is possible, and that Radical just created their own island for their own sake, which would also be quite possible. Of course, it would give quite a few fans more reason to say, oh no, they care not about the past of Crash games and just want their own history. But whatever, I'm not too bothered. Tell you what I want next for a Crash game. I would like a spin-off, because if Radical are making, I assume they're making a 2-year game, considering we haven't heard any information this year about it yet. If they're making a 2-year game, I would like a spin-off by another company, because I think that's just what could be needed right now, really. Not a bad spin-off, not like Crash Boom Bang. Something that hasn't been done. Not a party game or a racing game. Something that hasn't been done for the Crash games. I don't know, like some brawly Super Smash Brawl type thing of Crash characters, or some sports, some basketball game. I don't know, I don't care. Just something that's not a party game. Crash Boom Bang is horrible, I hated it. Crash Fusion, or Crash Purple as it's known in NTSC countries, is also is pretty spectacular. I don't like it. And Crash Bash, quite a lot of people like it now. At the time, a lot of people hated it. I still hate it. I don't like it. So yeah. This, by the way, is Evil Public School 101 inside